got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Alabama's head coach told me before the game, this is a developing storyline. Early in the season, they took a risk starting a young freshman quarterback, but he has continued to shine and get better each and every week. Now, late in the season, a chance for the college football playoff is on the line. His team is playing with great energy and enthusiasm, but they have got to continue to take care of the ball and focus and perform every single game. We'll see how he's able to get off to a quick start here in the first quarter. I'll keep you posted from the sidelines. Back to you.
All right, Holly. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. On the move, it's Clark. At the 35, he's loose. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
You want to settle everybody in on the road? You want to take the nerves away? Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not nervous. They're not worried about this crowd getting loud. They just want to hit you right in the mouth, and they started the game off with some good physicality.
Makes the grab. It's Bennett. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option of working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Looking outside, it's Clark. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it, and he will score! Touchdown, Gamecocks!
And they talked about his speed all week, but it's one thing to talk about. It's another thing to see it. You see that young man out wide, man. He can fly, and he runs right by the defense. They take a shot early, Palmer. They find the speedster, and he finds the end zone.
And I think the defensive coordinator right now is just kicking himself because you're right. I mean, they watched film all week long. You've seen this guy torch defenses. You cannot play coverages that allow this guy to take the top off and get behind your back line. That right there is just a big mistake defensively, a bad call. And kudos to the offense for finding the matchup and making them pay.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Throwing Russell. Oh, they're after him. They're working that left side. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Looking to pass, it's Russell. Throws for the tight end. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Clark. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. They got zero push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
Sellers through the noise. Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. There he goes. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
You know it's always a good idea? Getting it to your best playmaker. That's a good idea. Whether it's shallow, whether it's deep, this guy can make things happen. He's lightning in a bottle when he catches the football. And that pass, it was short, but watch him. He can make guys miss, outrun, turn those little bitty catches into big plays.
They'll run it. It's Clark. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Touchdown, Gamecocks! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
It does not take this offense long to get going. We've seen 2 drives. We've seen 2 touchdowns, David. They are so explosive. They've got so much speed all over the field, and they're lighting this scoreboard up early.
Hey, you better find some answers defensively. You better find a way to slow them down. And how about this next possession for your offense? Like, coming on the field, you can tell. As an offense coordinator, you got to feel it. Like, my defense is not holding them down right now. We got to put together a drive, get some points on this score in this next possession.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Tell you what, that was a lightning fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room. He's up to the 17. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Keelan Russell. Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. Touchdown Gamecocks. A pick six. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Tide ready to roll on offense. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
Quarterback making adjustments. Russell. Pocket breaking down. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It has changed.
Hauls it in. Oh, he's got some space. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
That is a huge play for the offense, but you know the defense is just kicking themselves. They had them set up in second and long, and that was just a short throw.
He wants to take the top off. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Russell from the gun on third down. He'll take the deep shot. Got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Alabama.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he makes the extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Sellers. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Here's Sellers to throw. Fires to the tight end. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. You know, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and of being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Looking left. Makes the grab. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit, but they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown, cut into their opponent's lead.
And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. First and goal. Quarterback keeps it. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Sellers. Fires to the tight end. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. The Gamecocks want to crank the tempo. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's first and 10 from the 38. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. So you get stuffed on first down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on second, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I might throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw in here.
Throwing, Sellers. Under fire. He's sacked. This defense all over him. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
And And that is priority number one for defenses. Get to the quarterback. Affect him. Get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. 4th down, Sellers. Throws toward the end zone. And that'll be incomplete as the pass is knocked away, but there is a penalty flag down. Let's see who it's on.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
So just a lack of discipline, and on 4th down, too, just hands this offense a 1st and 10. Here's Sellers to throw. The quick out. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
And the Gamecocks can really attack on this 2nd and short. To the air, it's Sellers. Shoots it to the left. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Sellers lined up in the gun on 3rd down. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And he's not going to get the 1st down. Good stop there. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
This is why 3rd down is so difficult for quarterbacks, because the defense substitutes. They put faster guys on the field, and they've got all of their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for. Some things you haven't seen on film yet, and it confuses your offensive line. It confuses you, and you're out here just trying to make plays, trying to do something right to get a 1st down. Wasn't able to gain a lot there.
He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looks as if he's going to run it. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the 1st half, they'll try to kick a field goal. Absolutely perfect. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We start with the Wyoming Cowboys taking on the number 24 team, the Missouri Tigers.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Making side adjustments here. Throwing Russell. Snagged out of the air. Turning it on. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
He's taking the shot. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. This guy is special, and Alabama's had a lot of them. Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, Jerry Jeudy, who could make a huge play at the drop of a hat.
Yeah, big plays down the field. You get it to him, you know it could be a home run anytime he touches it. When you start mentioning those names, it just shows you the explosive nature. Everybody you mentioned, you know they can run right by you and hit those home runs, and so far, he's making some big plays.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm thinking about chipping this defensive end with running backs. I'm leaving my tight ends in to help this tackle because we cannot block him. He's already got 2 sacks.
Keelan Russell makes the grab. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And that's better protection up front by these guys. You give up a sack the play before, you got to give your quarterback some time. They do. And another thing that I really like, guys, what he did right here, you don't have to take a shot.
Could be in. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
And man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown, breaks into the open. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
The Gamecocks, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. To the ground, he's got it again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Sellers, under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. Dumps it off in the flats. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's third and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
And the Gamecocks are marching down the field. Takes the handoff. It's Clark. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Throwing Sellers. Moving out to the right. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. The throw. It's complete to the left. There he goes. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Here's Sellers to throw. Quarterback extends the play. Incomplete. He was looking for the score there.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
One final play before the end of the quarter. From the gun on third down, Sellers. Got the quick pass. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. And now let's take a look at the stats in what has been a nip-and-tuck affair. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And he got it! Still a one-score game, and they've got a little breathing room.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
The Alabama offense coming onto the field. Things did not go on the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Rushes on him. At the 35, he's got room. Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet.
How about that critical moment in the...
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Russell And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Looking to throw, it's Russell. This time it's complete. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
They're going to try to get this guy the football as many ways as they can. You're going to see it, obviously, in the running game, but here doing a nice job in the pass game, too. Leaking him out of the backfield, working the right side of the field. That's a nice game by the offense.
Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
After a good pickup on the run, it's 2nd down. Calls his own number. Bulldozes his way through. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
They want to run this quarterback. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or 2.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. Firing to the right, complete. Touchdown time! Somehow, they got up off the deck. They fought back, and they've tied the game. Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top.
This guy is officially a problem. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Oh, he's got some space. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And how about the backup, man? His first touch, he makes a big play in the running game. That is exactly how you earn more carries. He's not a guy that's leaned on to get those starter reps, to get the #1 reps. But when you do that, I promise you'll start to earn more reps with this offense.
After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Wide receiver comes in motion. Sellers. Got his man on the right.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Off to the races. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
And that right there might be the play that they look back on if they end up winning this game as the key play in the game. In a 2-minute situation trailing, you're just trying to get a completion to get the momentum going, but they come up with a huge explosive play, and that might be the one that wins the game.
From the red zone, it's Clark. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. In the red zone here on second down. Maybe a crease. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got the first down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves.
And, man, it's so hard to stop those touch passes, man, because you get a receiver going across the formation, and you got to communicate really, really fast, and it sets up other things. And you watch how the defense plays it. But right there, nice job getting to the edge, getting the first down, but also now I can fake this. I can use this against the defense in the future.
And, guys, a perfect opportunity here to take the lead late. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Alabama calls its second timeout of the half. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. And a second kneel down as they drain the clock, and the field goal kicker will come on with a chance to win it. Now the Tide uses its third and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. If they can get it into the end zone here, they can really turn up the heat in this one. Third and goal. Did not get an inch. This defense digging in, and it's fourth and goal.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job.
All right, wait a minute here. They are going to send out the field goal unit and take what they hope is the short points. There is no doubt. At this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Quarterback has to have command in those situations. You cannot afford a penalty like that deep in your own territory. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. But wait a second, there's a flag on the field. Let's check that one out. The Gamecocks will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. On the ground, it's Clark. Touchdown, South Carolina! And they've moved out front here in the 4th. The Gamecocks with a response and a touchdown of their own.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
He gets it into the end zone. The 2-point try is good, and now the lead is 7. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Throwing Russell. He's taking a deep shot. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
And those are the plays that you worry about as a defensive coordinator, man. Not getting beat over the top, but not just by any guy, but by a guy that can fly. And they've been worried about it all game long. Their game plan has been steered toward that, and right here they execute at a really good level. Make sure they don't let them get behind them, and they knock the football to the ground.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Dropping back, it's Russell. This time on target. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Keelan Russell makes the grab. Still running at the 40. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. So here they come. One last chance, and they've got to have a touchdown. Looking to throw on 1st down. Going for it all. And it's incomplete, and the final drive comes up empty, and the ball game is over. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.